Okay, so I'm going to take the speaker apart. It's a very nice speaker, and I'll just explain. I've done this before. This is really glued on well. It's a TDL made in England speaker, and I'm going to completely rip it to pieces, and I'm going to be able to put it together again, and it's not going to be rubbing in the coil because I cut the thing that holds it in place is the thing underneath. It might be called Kevlar, I don't know, but it's thick corrugated stuff underneath, which I'm going to cut very jaggedly, and that means that when it comes to putting it back together again, you can line it up exactly how it came apart, every little thread, and so when you line it up and then you you can just super glue it together, because you push the fibers against each other so they slightly interlace, and the super glue, which is very thin, because I need to cut my hair in there, it kind of works a treat. Cheap super glue is the best, pound shop stuff. Right, so anyway, it's almost getting last bit off. Get the wires off. Oh, okay, so I'm still cutting the stuff on the bottom there. That's the stuff that holds it very central and makes sure that the coil, see, perfect coil. So I'm just checking for breakages, and I found the break, and it's just where I thought it would be. It's just where it joins the thin wire to the thick braided bit of wire, and this is what happens. So I'm trying to get all the glue off the end off the thick wire, and still trying to get the glue off it. So it's quite easy to put it together. Actually, that wasn't going to happen, so I got a thin bit of wire and about an inch, and then I'm going to extend. It's much easier to solder, you see, because you ain't got much room. It can't be lumpy because it fits in the magnet, the little space. And so you have to keep it really nice and flush. So I just clean it up a bit. And now I've got the thin bit I've extended, and I'm just trying to attach it there. And that is now like soldered. So I clean it off because I'm going to glue it. So clean it off with a bit of thinners, then put the glue on, and it's super glue to the rescue, and bicarbonate of soda, a lovely combination. A bit more super glue, bit of powder, and then pat it down onto the wet super glue and get rid of the excess, and you've got a really hard little casement. Then build it up a bit more and file it off because I overdid it. Well, this is where I'm joining it. That was a bit quick, wasn't it? this is much later, so just letting the rubber go where it sits basically, because the bottom bit, this bit, is what determines it's nice and central and in place, because it lined up where I cut it. And this is just repairing the anchoring the end of the wire with a lump of super glue and powdered bicarbonate of soda. So that's held the wire down so it's strong, held in both ends. Yeah. And I can tell you, while that's going on, that the speaker worked perfectly, and it's a lovely speaker, and it doesn't rub, there's no noise, it's beautiful. And that's that bit. See?